welcome back. This is my first Halloween wreath of 2018 and I'm so excited to be able to bring it to y'all. I had gotten this sign because it made me think about me and my littles. So that was the main reason why I was so excited to be able to finally get to sit down and make this one and hang it on my door later. I hope y'all enjoy it. Okay, let us get started with this. What I have here, of course, is one of the 14-inch wreath forms from Dollar Tree. Everything here is from Dollar Tree, so I won't say that anymore. I have these signs. I got these there last year, actually, and I'm hoping that they still have some of the same signs. They should. I think these are pretty common, I believe. I'm going to use both of these. I'm not sure at this exact moment if I want to use this whole thing or if I'm just going to cut the center out. But I want to use the center with the hat and the little legs. So let's put that over there. I have 6 rolls total of the mesh in purple, orange, and black. 2 rolls of each for a total of 6. This ribbon with the black and orange polka dots and the purple sparkly ribbon. A pack of these little glittery bats. Some scissors and pipe cleaners. You're going to need 30 pipe cleaners because whoever's watching, we're going to be making clusters to go on our wreath, and it's going to take 60, and you're going to use half of a pipe cleaner for each one. So you need 30 pipe cleaners. I have a hot glue gun and glue sticks, and I think that's it. I think it is. Oh, well, I hope so. So I'm going to get some of this out of here, and first off, of course, I'm going to take my pipe cleaner, cut it in half like that, and then fold it into a V. Now, y'all have probably seen my other videos where I make wreaths and I use various colors in one cluster, but I think for this one, I'm going to do the same color in each cluster, like a cluster of purple, cluster of orange, cluster of black. And the way that I make those is, now I don't measure my mesh, I just take the end of it like this and just roll it over onto itself until it makes a little tube, and then cut it. And I think that's roughly 4.5, 5 inches wide. Now I'm going to make another one. Let's roll it up. I really hope that I'm in focus here and that y'all can see what I'm doing, because with this camera set up the way I have it at the moment, I cannot see, you know, what I'm actually doing. I can't see what y'all are seeing right now. Okay, so I cut 3 pieces, and then I'm going to cut some ribbon. The way that I measure my ribbon is 1.5 times the length of my mesh. So hold it like that. There's 1, and then go half of another one. And these rolls are 6 inches long, so I just cut this ribbon. This is approximately 9 inches long. Okay, I'm just going to cut a V at the end, like this. Okay, now to make the cluster. Give it back. This mesh just wants to hang on to itself. It's so stuck on itself. Egotistical stuff. Okay, now take your piece of mesh and just roll it into a tube and then pinch it between your fingers. Roll this into a tube like that. And roll this. And I've said this in previous videos, if you have arthritis or if your hands hurt or if you have difficulty holding them like this, you can use a clothespin or even one of those really, really strong hair clips that you can get at places like Sally's Beauty Supply. I believe they're called penguin clips. Now we're going to add a piece of ribbon. You can add on as many pieces of ribbon as you want. I just like 1 per cluster. You take it, and whichever side is the side that you want to be looking at, the pretty side, you want that side to be facing your fingertips. So just clamp that between your fingers as well. Take your pipe cleaner V, just put everything into that V, and give it a couple good twists on the back to hold everything together. And there is your cluster, just like that. Now it's going to look a little rough until you get a handful of these onto your wreath form. So don't really worry about what it looks like right now. Don't worry about straightening out your ribbon or anything. I usually wait until I have my wreath form full of clusters before I even worry about straightening out the ribbon. But I'm going to attach it onto the 2 center rings right here. That I'm going to wrap my pipe cleaner around that. See, 1 piece goes around that one, 1 piece goes around this one, and then we're going to flip it over and give it a good twist on the back, just like that. Okay, slide it on over. Move it on over. Okay, move over. There we go. Okay, now for each little section between these two bars, this is a section. For each section, you're going to put 10 clusters. And you can alternate on whatever colors you want. Like I said, I'm just going to do mine purple, orange, black, and I think I'll do a piece of ribbon on every other one. I don't think I want one on each cluster because that's a little too much. So I think I'm going to go every other one. So I'm going to go ahead and work and get this section full. Well, this section rather. I'm going to fill up a section and then I'll come back and I'll show you what that looks like. Okay, here we go. I have one section full of my mesh and ribbon. See, it's looking a lot better and it'll keep looking better as you go along and get your other sections filled up. So, this is what it looks like so far. I'm going to go back and start working and filling up the rest of it, and then I'll come back and I'll show you that, and we'll attach the signs and the little bats and spruce it up a bit. I'll see y'all back here in a little bit. This is what I have so far. Okay, I've got all of my clusters on here, and like I said at the end, when I start to get my signs on and everything, that's when I'm going to go back and, you know, really fluff out my ribbon and make it look better. Okay, so as y'all saw probably in my haul video, I got these big purple glittery spiders, and I think I'm going to use one of those on this wreath. As for the witch sign, I did cut it all apart so that I have the hat and the feet separate. I might do something with that center part later. I don't know. Because I want this hat to go up top, the feet to go on the bottom, and then the sign is going to go in the middle. And I'm going to attach the sign because it's really lightweight. I'm just using glue on this one and not a staple gun or anything. So I just used the hot glue and attached some pipe cleaners to the back of the sign. And where I cut it apart from the outer frame type deal, there was a hole right here, and I did not like that at all. So I filled the hole up with hot glue and then took some white acrylic paint and just tried to paint over it a little bit, you know, just to make it look a little bit better. So let it go. I'm going to put the sign in the middle here, and the way I do that, just position it kind of where you want it, and then take your pipe cleaners and run it down through your mesh bundles here and just wrap it around your wire frame. I always say don't wrap it too tightly, you know, in case you need to go back and rearrange it a little bit. So I'm just going to, did I just bump my phone with my head? I think I did. Okay, so that looks okay. Now I'm going to spread this apart. What am I doing? Spread this apart and then run the pipe cleaners down through there. Let's flip it over and tighten that up a bit. Kind of just get it all into place, and then when I'm happy with it, I'll go back and really tighten it up. Okay, so there's that. That looks okay. Okay, now the bats that I showed you earlier, these little bat clips, the clips are pretty flimsy and they pull out of the bats pretty easily. So what I'm going to do, I want to attach one or two to the wreath itself. So I took a pipe cleaner, folded it in half. I mean, really smashed the end there. And you can see where I pulled the clip out of this bat, that little hole right there. I'm just going to take a blob of hot glue onto this pipe cleaner. And I'm just going to shove this down inside where the clip was, right there. Not too hard, I'm bending it. And just hold it for a second. And then I'll attach this the same way that I just did that sign. So I'm going to set this off to the side. And with the spiders, they are hollow on the bottom. So all I did is I just filled up the center part with a little bit of hot glue and then stuck my pipe cleaner down in there and then just held it until it hardened up. And I think I'm going to put him like right here somewhere. Now, of course, I'll attach him the same way as I did that. But as for the feet and the hat, like I said, I just glued this on just like I did that sign. And then I'm going to try to just find a place. See how that's kind of like the center of the mesh where the pipe cleaner wraps around it? I'm going to go in kind of like right in that spot there. You know, so the mesh can kind of fold down and help to hold the legs in place. I don't want to attach it like to the very back of the wreath form if I'm making any kind of sense. I don't want to attach it to the very back because then the mesh kind of hides it. But that's what I'm doing here. I'm just going to push those pipe cleaners down. I know this is probably boring y'all to tears, but Here we go. It can be a little tricky because of everything else going on here with the pipe cleaners, but okay, just tighten it up a little bit like that. Okay, and once I fluff up the mesh and everything, it will look okay. I'm going to do the same thing with the hat. I'm just going to put that down inside the mesh and then tighten it up. Okay, on the hat here, you can see there's a hole too where there was a hanger. I'm just going to take one of these bats because I want a bat stuck on the hat. A bat on the hat. Dr. Seuss. Let's put a little bit of hot glue here. Just right there. And then I'm going to fit that little nub where the clip came out just right down into the hole on the hat to help to hold it a little bit more. And then I'll let that set up, and then I'll reinforce it by putting some glue through that hole there and some more around the bat. Okay, then I'll attach that just like I did the legs. And then when this glue sets up, I'll attach the bat and attach my spider. You know what? While I got y'all here, I'll just go ahead and do the spider now. And I'll do that spreading this apart. And, oh, hold still, dude. I cannot stand spiders. I absolutely cannot. You know, it's like if I see a spider, I would rather burn the house down than have to mess with him. But let me tell y'all a story about a spider. My grandma was really something. And there was one of those big old writing, well, we call them writing spiders, outside of her house. And she had sprayed it with everything and it wouldn't die. And she called my uncle and told him that the thing wouldn't die. And he was just kidding with her. He said, well, Mama, if it's that big and bad, why don't you just shoot it? So my grandma went in the house and got a gun. She came out and she shot it. So she was something. All right, there we go. And there's my big spider. I'm going to attach my hat with the bat. I'll attach that and some more bats. And that will be that. I'm just all rhymey today. Well, if you liked this one, please give me a thumbs up. Click that subscribe button. Please check me out on other forms of social media. I'll have the links to all of those in the description box down below. And I hope to see y'all next time.